Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Okay, there we go, we got the card open there. It's a fun fold that kind of locks in place there and opens up that way. So I'm not sure if what the name is for this, so we're just gonna call it a fun fold right now. So here we are looking at a card that has absolutely no stamping done on it. We're gonna be using some of the hand-penned suite that's in the new annual catalog that's coming out from Stampin' Up 2021 to 2022, and I'm using some beautiful paper here. This is the hand-penned paper. Look how gorgeous this watercolored sketched paper is. Oh, such beautiful designs, beautiful subtle colors. And then on the back side of all these beautiful flowers, we've got great coordinating colors and patterns that'll mix and match so beautifully. So that's the hand-penned designer series paper. I don't have it cut down to my 6x6s yet. And then the no stamping part of this is we are using the Memories and More card pack. So the Memories and More card pack comes with, oh my gosh, it comes with 50 total cards, bigger cards and the smaller cards. The bigger cards are 4x6 and the smaller cards are 3x4, and there's 50 of them, so 25 of each. Then it comes with 4 sticker sheets here. Aren't these sticker sheets really cute? And here we go. As you can see, these little sticker sheets makes card making really quick. Now I'm going to show you the hand-penned Memories and More card and envelopes here. So I'm already playing around with making an ensemble here. And as you can see, I just pulled out some of the pretty 3x4s, and then I just cut a black that's 4 1/4 by 3 1/4, and just add a few embellishments on there. You've got a beautiful card. So like there's one. Here's another one. Oh, this paper is so beautiful. And look at the back of the envelope. This beautiful new in color pale papaya and this beautiful design here that matches some of the paper. So I just played around with pulling some of these together because I'm going to make some quick cards, but look how beautiful all of those designs are. Like even these card packs, like this one had a BU on here, but I really liked this flower. So all I would have to do is pop a sentiment on here and I've got a quick card. Oh, let's look at a couple more here. Oh, look how pretty that is with the enjoy. And it all has the hand-penned, sketched, beautiful flowers there. So let's look at another one. Here's another one that had a beautiful card, a flower design here, but you could have always used this. And let's see here. Here's another one I really loved that had the writing on it and also the beautiful watercolored flowers on it. Oh, let's look at another one here. And this beautiful one, I thought this was lovely. Just pop that on a card with a little sentiment, all done. And like I said, these are a really nice quality, heavy card and envelope. And they are just like, they're not A2 sized, but easily mailed with regular postage. So one thing I wanted to pull out as well, what was it? Okay, I wanted to show you some of the other designs there. So some of the other designs, I just didn't, pick out for those cards I was making, but you've got like, you could color on these easily. And these Memories and More are actually for scrapbooking, but look how easily you can use them for, this is really pretty Carpe Diem. So you've got a lot of different patterns here. And then you have these bigger patterns here of, not patterns, cards here, but look how pretty that is. And then you can just imagine using all these different designs here, and you can put those on. We sell white envelopes and cards that you can easily pop these onto, and then you have an instant card there. Oh, look at this beautiful one here with the Highland Heather. Oh, just love it. So for $10, you get 50 cards and 4 sticker sheets. But on this card, I was using this sticker and this sticker. Easy peasy. So let's just take a look at that. I'm just using basic black because I loved the black sketching here before they actually did the watercoloring on the card. And you know what? I'm going to pull out my hand penned. I'm putting my hand there so you know I haven't left you. This is the hand penned petals. Look how beautiful that stamp set is. You can see it totally coordinates with the paper. So you've got these beautiful blooms and leaves, and then you've got great dies there. So I'm going to be doing a card with this, but I just wanted to show you that right now. But we're back to our no stamp card. So we're using basic black. This is a half sheet of cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then it's just going to open up like a book, A2 size. So the next thing I'm going to do is show you, let's show you how the inside works here. And this inside just folds over and you just close it right around there. So what we're going to do is start with putting our designer series paper on. Push this over to the side here. So this beautiful hand pen paper, even look at how beautiful that subtle washing with the polka dots. Ah, love, love, love it. Okay, let's get out. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's some snails sitting on my desk. So we're just going to put this nicely adhered to our basic black cardstock card base. Now it's gonna go this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and put, actually we can put adhesive all over it. Okay, so then I'm just going to make it so that I have a 1/8 inch border the whole way around. I think Lucy, my grand dog, is chewing on paper. What do you have, Lucy? Goodness gracious, girl. I was like, what do I hear down there? So we have a 4 inch by 5 1/4, 4 inch by 5 1/4. All these measurements and all the products I use, since I'm showing you a lot, will be over on my blog, cindyleeBdesigns.com. Just underneath the YouTube description, you'll see visit my blog here. Just press that link. It'll take you right over to Cindy Lee B Designs, and you'll have all the additional information and photos you need for this card and all the measurements. So there is, isn't that just so beautiful? So the next thing we're going to do is I'm using, you can use any circle, you could use a square, you could use a rectangle, any shape you want to use. I just happen to want to use the second biggest, the second largest stitched shape circle. Stitch shapes are retiring, but I do believe you can still order them. So now what we're going to do is make a cut in the center of the front. But you have to be really careful when you're doing that. You need to open your card so you don't cut into the back side. I've done that a few times. And you also want to make sure you're using a plate that doesn't have any etching, so it doesn't mar the back of this. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to bring my big, my Stampin' Cut emboss machine the whole way over here because it is too cumbersome here underneath my camera. So we're just going to let you look at that card while I run over here and I make the cut. And it's going through the designer series paper and it's going through that black card front. So you might want to run it through twice. So just run your circle or your square, whichever you decide upon. And there you go. You're going to pull that out, and of course, you're going to have a nice, sturdy, stitched circle left over. You keep your eyes out on my blog for something I'm going to do with that circle. So now we have this open circle on our card. So now all we have to do is put the inside in there, and to do that, we're taking a piece of our basic white, and it's 5 1/4 because we're putting that 1/8 inch border on the top and the bottom. So it's 5 1/4, and then our inside here is 4 inches. So then we had 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches. So it's 8 inches by 5 1/4, and then we scored it at 4 and 6. And then it's going to go on the inside here. I always like to fold on the mountain. When I score something, you always have a mountain and you have a valley. So I always turn it over so that I can see my mountain, and I'm going to fold it over And then we're gonna fold right here. Oh gosh, did I do this wrong? 4. Oh yes, you know what? Isn't this funny? When I was cutting my paper, the first time I cut it I cut it the long side, and I'm like, what a waste of paper. Of course, I never waste paper, but I had ended up cutting it the long way, and I thought, no, you can get 2 sheets out of it. Why did you cut it that way, Cindy? Just remember to cut off that extra quarter. So I still told you the right dimensions, that it's 8 inches by 5 1/4 and score at 2 and 4. But did you ever get those little bit of a kind of a indentation at the end of your paper from the groove on your trimmer? If you do, just run your finger across it or put it down and use your bone folder on it. So there is our easy peasy inside. So what we're going to do is put some adhesive on our bigger portion, the 4-inch size. And remember, try not to get any on the inside so you don't have to worry about the, and you want to put your fold going this way. So you're going to have all your folded up edges here. And it looks like I don't have it quite trimmed enough. So I'm going to trim this off just a little bit more. So what I want to do is, there we go. No, you know what I should do, guys, is I should open this up to 8 inches and put it right at the 8 inches. And then see how I was just a little bit off. So I want it to be exactly 8 inches. There we go. Get that trimmer out of the way. You know, sometimes you have to do a little surgery when you're getting your card done, but now you can see that it's all flush. Okay, so now we are going to put this so we have an 1/8 inch border around that one side and the top and the bottom. Am I doing that right? No, it's this way. Oh golly. Now I have a little bit of, I can fix that at the end. Okay, now we're gonna put, what is it? Put that right there. I see I have some little scraggles there. I wasn't very careful with my cutting, but I'm gonna fix that with my paper snips and just clean this up here. Clean that up a little bit. Okay, so now you can see how that fold goes that way. See, there we go. So you've got your 4-inch scored area here, then you have a 2-inch and a 2-inch. So that made it super easy. Close your card, you're totally almost done. Now, whenever you go to put this together, this is where your circle's gonna go. And you'll adhere it on the inside, and you can see that this opens and you can pull that out. So that is how easy it is to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. So the best way to do this is to put your adhesive on this semicircle that is on the, I just have all kinds of little scrapples here. You want to put the adhesive on this part, because if you put it on this, on the back of here, if you don't do it exactly halfway, you'll stick it onto the inside. So then you would just stick your stitch circle, and like I said, you can use any shape in here. There we go. I got this idea from my friend Jackie Walker, who had made one with the hot air balloon that's in the annual catalog. So I just love that. And so she put a nice border around hers. But the way I was doing mine, I think it would have just been a little too busy on mine. So what I did is I just left it there, because I think the stitching on this circle added the little oomph of pizzazz that we needed. So then I just used some garden green. That's the green that's in this designer series paper, hand penned. And I'm just gonna give it a nice, and I do believe this was a 2-inch circle here. I just punched it with my 2-inch circle punch. And then I felt like I needed a little bit of something down on the bottom too. So I went ahead and used a 1-inch piece of basic black that would match the basic black. and then you just pop that right on there. So now you're pulling all that black out of there. And it really, when you use that neutral color of black, it actually makes the subtle colors that much more noticeable on a card. And then seriously, I just used my stickers here. So I just got out the Memories and More card pack, and I used the happy birthday. And I'll tell you that you can just pop these right on here without any dimensionals, but I like a little dimension on my card. So I went ahead, my arm in your way, I went ahead and put dimensionals on the back, but just be aware that those are self-adhesive to make it super easy on you and me, but I wanted some dimension there. So I just put some dimensionals on there. I'm trying to think of the funny name somebody was calling these at class the other night. I can't remember what it was. So then I just put this right centered in the middle of my basic black. And to get this 1 inch size, I just measured this, and this was about 3/4, and that would have just been the next logical bump up there. And I just put that there. And then I just put these beautiful pink posies. And again, you can just pop them right on there, but I felt the need to pop them up, so I did. Now, one thing is, if you're using an adhesive piece of, that has adhesive already adhesed, you will want to make sure you put a lot of dimensionals so that it really pops it up, and it doesn't end up pressing into your paper if you really want that popped up effect. So there we go. Get all of our little dimensional backs off. Oh gosh, coming up to the steps to my stamping room, there are little pieces everywhere. I've got to vacuum it. That's on my to-do list today. So I'll put these pretty pink posies, and I really like the fact that these pink posies were pulled out of the pink that's in the hand pen DSP, and also this pale papaya also is in it, and this little bit of Daffodil Delight you can see in there. So it was kind of like the perfect ensemble to put together. So right there, you actually just saw me make a card, and you can easily make it with these Memories and More card packs. And I made a little fun fold there. I want to remind you too, that when you are actually putting together one of these cards, just take a scrap piece of white that you have. Don't use your real, it's precious basic white. Use some scrap junk you have. Well, not junk, but like maybe you got a thinner quality white paper somewhere at a craft store that maybe wasn't up to your, up to your standards, but you want to cover that inside of your card. You can also use a thin piece of just copy paper that you use in your printer. Put it on the inside there to close your card, and maybe even put another piece here, because black and navy really has a tendency to mar onto your paper. And this beautiful, gorgeous card, now I'm going to be able to get this off of here because I'm going to just use an eraser, but it actually can, just think about how your cards are actually going to be received by somebody. So if I know I'm using black, I'm going to put a piece of copy paper here, and I'm probably going to put a piece of copy paper there, or tissue paper, just something that's going to keep the black or the navy, or blacks, navies. I haven't seen it happen with early espresso, but my black and navy do it all the time. So take that little extra step to put some paper in there, or tissue paper, just to protect that so it does get there. And you can just think of it as your friend who gets the card. Your recipient can just think, oh, I'm opening this up and it's so packaged so nice. It's such a cute little gift. So I almost forgot. I put a few of my, my favorite embellishment are these black matte dots. Now I have to tell you, when we had the black rhinestones, I literally used those black rhinestones on everything. And so now that we have these basic black matte dots, I've been using them on everything. I just think they just add that little bit of something whenever you're not sure what you want to do on your card, and especially just like this card, I just seem like I can't make a card without putting an embellishment on it, some ribbon or a rhinestone or a pearl. So right there, oh, I see that isn't really in very good position there. So maybe, there we go. So now I just kind of added a little bit of embellishment on there. And look, you did not even stamp. You just used these stickers and the paper, and it just made this cute little fun fold. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to notify me. Please don't hesitate to contact me at email cindyleeb@gmail.com, or you can always call or text me at 724-323-2296. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel to be notified. I usually like to post my YouTube videos on Wednesdays of each week. You can also subscribe to my blog. I like to post Monday, Wednesday, Friday for sure, and also extra days when there's fun stuff to show you. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.